Do you have old, jagged boards that you want to bring back to life? The WEN 12.5-inch Benchtop Thickness Planer, equipped with one of our spiral cutter heads, repurposes rough and worn wood for an exceptionally smooth finish. With a powerful 15-amp motor delivering up to 20,000 cuts per minute, it easily planes boards up to 12.5 inches wide and 6 inches thick. This is Stefan from ShareTac, and in this video, we'll show you how to upgrade your WEN planer with a ShareTac spiral carbide insert cutter head. You'll need some common workshop tools, including an external snap ring plier, a jaw locking plier, an adjustable wrench or a set of wrenches, a rubber mallet, a piece of plywood or hardwood, a set of hex keys, a Phillips screwdriver, and some safety gloves. First, and most importantly, unplug the machine. Locate the dust part at the back of the machine and remove it by unscrewing the 2 thumb screws on each end. Next, remove the 4 screws and washers securing both top caps. On the crank arm, remove the rubber cap, then take out the screw and the washer. Now remove both the right and left caps along with their side covers. Be sure to keep track of all removed parts and components. On the elevating screw rod opposite to the crank arm, remove the set screw. This rod has a left-handed thread, so turn the hex nut clockwise to remove it. Repeat this process on the longer elevating screw rod, but this time this rod has a right-handed thread, so you would need to turn the hex nut counterclockwise to remove it. Now lay the machine on one of its sides. Under the planer, loosen the 4 screws at the bottom of the column rods, but do not unscrew all the way. This is just to make it easier to lift out the headstock. Lift the main head out of the 4 columns, then turn it upright so that the gearbox faces the ceiling. Using ShareTac's external snap rings or any suitable snap rings from your local hardware store, remove all 3 snap rings. Next, remove all of the sprockets along with their chains. Remove the screws securing the gearbox to the headstock, then set the gearbox aside. On the other side of the headstock, loosen and remove the hex nut using a socket. This is a left-handed nut, so you will need to turn it clockwise to remove it. Walk the belt off the pulleys, then remove the pulley and the shaft key. Be careful not to lose the key. Remove the cutter head lock assembly, that includes a head screw, a washer, and the lock itself. Now remove the 3 screws holding the bearing retainer. Now turn the headstock upright such that the pinion faces the ceiling. Use a piece of plywood and a rubber mallet to unseat the old cutter head from the main frame. This is done by first placing the piece of wood on top of the pinion, followed by firm taps from the mallet. Once unseated, flip the main frame upside down and pull the cutter head out. To remove the pinion, wrap a piece of cloth around it to protect its teeth, then use jaw pliers to turn it counterclockwise. Place the cutter head upright with the bearing retainer at the bottom. Unseat the bearing retainer from the bearing by gently tapping around it with a rubber mallet. Now, we're ready to install the new cutter head, which comes with all 40 inserts pre-installed. If you were wondering what comes in the box, you'll find a pair of new bearings, 5 extra inserts, and their screws. Place 1 bearing on a piece of plywood, then align the short end of the new cutter head's shaft with the bearing's bore. Then gently tap the top of the cutter head with a rubber mallet to seat the bearing. Once the bearing is halfway seated, flip the cutter head over and fully seat it with a few more taps. It's important to never use a steel hammer to directly tap or strike the cutter head or one of its bearings. This is because it might damage it and can potentially cause it to no longer fit the machine. If you're going to use a steel hammer, make sure there is some medium, like a piece of hardwood, to cushion the impact. To install the second bearing, place it on the long end of the cutter head's shaft. Now place the machine's pulley and a piece of wood on top, then gently tap the wood block with a rubber mallet. Once the shaft extends past the pulley, replace the wood block with a socket and continue tapping until the bearing is fully seated. Place the bearing retainer on top of the bearing, hold it firmly and tap around its edges with a mallet until it is properly fitted. To protect the cutter head inserts, Wrap the cutter head with a foam sheet or a protective plastic wrap. Pass the new cutter head through the main frame. Turn the main frame upright with the bearing retainer facing the ceiling. Align the bearing retainer screw holes with the main frame screw holes. And install 3 of the long head screws that was used to secure the gearbox, but do not screw it all the way in. This is just to properly align the cutter head with the bearing housing on the other side of the frame. Using a rubber mallet and a piece of wood for cushioning, tap the cutter head's shaft until the opposite bearing extends past its housing. Since the diameter of the bearing retainer screw holes are slightly larger than the diameter of the screw threads, the bearing should now rest flush against the main frame. If it's not flush, tap the cutter head in a bit deeper. Secure the bearing retainer, but this time by fully tightening the 3 screws of the retainer, not the screws from the gearbox. On the opposite side, reinstall the pinion. Again, using a cloth to protect its teeth, tighten it clockwise with jaw pliers. Turn the main frame upright with the pinion facing up, place a piece of wood on top, and give it a few taps with the mallet until the opposite bearing is fully seated in the retainer. Reinstall the cutter head lock and secure it with its screw and washer. Reinstall the shaft key and the pulley. Secure the hex nut on the pulley. Remember, this is a left-handed nut, so you will need to turn it counterclockwise to tighten it. Walk the belt back on the cutter head pulley. Remove the protective wrap. Again, turn the headstock upright with the pinion facing up. Reinstall the gearbox and secure it with all of the long screws. Place the bottom sprockets and chain first. Reinstall the spacer on the top shaft, followed by the other set of sprockets and chain. Reinstall all 3 snap rings using external snap ring pliers. Now you can reattach the headstock to the base by first guiding the longer elevating screw rod, which is the driving screw rod, through the headstock, then aligning it with the remaining columns. Reinstall the right hand elevating nut on the driving screw rod or the longer rod, and the left hand elevating nut on the shorter rod. Remember, to tighten it, turn a right hand nut clockwise and turn a left hand nut counterclockwise. Reinstall the locking screws on both sides. Lie the machine on its side and tighten the 4 screws at the bottom of the column rods. With the machine upright, reinstall both side covers. Reattach both top caps. Secure the top caps by reinstalling the 4 screws and washers. Reinstall the crank arm on the elevating rod, securing it with its bolt and washer. Insert the rubber cap. Finally, reinstall the dust port by securing it with the 2 thumb screws. And there you have it, a WEN 12.5 inch planer upgraded with one of our high performance, high quality, long lasting cutter heads. If you have any questions, feel free to email us at sales@sharetag.com.